Hi everyone, I'm Olga and I live in Russia, and I'm learning English language by sharing stories about myself and about the culture I was raised in. And today I want to share a story that still makes me embarrassed even now, years later. It's about a phrase that I used in English about 10 years. And during that time, that period, nobody told me it was wrong, until one day someone finally did. So in Russian, if I want to say I feel stupid, it'll be я чувствую себя глупо. Word for word, it's I feel myself stupid. And this is completely normal and grammatically corrected in Russia, just how we say it. So naturally, when I started English speaking, I used the same construction and I said, I feel myself. I would say things like, I feel myself tired, I feel myself unhappy, or I feel myself happy, I feel myself stupid, and so on. And I use this phrase everywhere in conversations with friends, in emails, even in work meetings. So for years, I kept saying it. And, here's the strange part, nobody ever corrected me. I think people were just being polite, or they just didn't want to embarrass me, or I don't know, but nobody said anything. And then one day I was taking an online English lesson with the teacher. So we were having a normal conversation, and I said it again. I feel myself. And I saw his face change. Um, it was, I don't know how to describe it. Just he suddenly didn't know what to say, and then very careful and gently, he said, "Olga, I think you should not use that phrase." At first time, I didn't understand what he meant, and I asked him why, and then he explained it to me. In English, the words, the phrase, I feel myself has a completely different meaning. And suddenly, in that moment, I remembered every single time when I used this phrase, those words, every situation, every conversation, email, and I just wanted to disappear. But you know what the worst part was for me in this whole thing? It was not even just the embarrassment of realizing what I had been saying all those years, but the worst part was all those people, my friends and colleagues and other people, they heard me saying it, but they let me keep saying it. For years, nobody told me. So what do you think about it? Would you have corrected me, or just keep silence like other people? I'm really curious. But here's one more thing. I have learned something really important from this experience. When you're learning a language, any language, you will make mistakes. And some of them will be really embarrassing. The kind that you remember for many years, for a long time afterward. But those mistakes are about how we learn. Now I know that I have to say, I feel tired, I feel happy, or I feel stupid without. And I never forget it. Believe me, I will never forget it. So that's my story. And honestly, I still feel a little embarrassment about it. But when I think about it, I also think, at least now I know, right? And I'm really curious if you have ever had a moment like this. Just let me know in the comments. I would love to see it. Just to know that I'm not the just to know that I'm not the only one There are many of us. So if you are learning English right now or any other language, you should remember that we all make mistakes, even after 20 years of learning. And I think the most important thing is that we keep trying anyway. So thanks for watching me, and see you next time.